doing a little bit of a different stream today. So today we're going to learn how to clean and maintain your yo-yo bearings. And then afterwards we're going to do some cool yo-yo tricks. I'm going to learn some solo hum and it'll be a good time. So I hope y'all have a great time and let's enjoy hanging out and figuring out how to clean a yo-yo bearing. So I wanted to go through this just because I've seen some people have some questions before when they have like a crunchy or rough or responsive bearing when it wasn't intended to be. And so I thought it'd be good to show people how to actually clean it. Hey, how's it going, Kyle? Good to see you. Appreciate you being here. I'm just going to be going through how to clean and maintain some yo-yo bearings, and then we'll get into some tricks afterwards. But what we'll do is we'll start off by unscrewing our yo-yos carefully until the yo-yo halves separate, which may take a little bit of effort because sometimes the axle can be pretty long. But you'll see that on the inside of a yo-yo, this is for Offstring specifically, but you'll see here that there's a ball bearing, there's an axle, and there's these little round response pads. For an Offstring yo-yo, there'll also be spacers, but depending on the yo-yo, you may or may not see that. And so for maintaining the bearing, we'll first want to unscrew the rest of the axle to make it a little bit easier to remove the bearing. And then here, what we're going to end up doing is we'll use a bearing removal tool to pry out the bearing. So we'll put this into the center of the bearing and we will pry it back and forth until it wiggles free. It may take a couple of tries, but it should pry out just fine. Yo, how's it going, Beast? How's it going, Kyle? It is a really nice shape. I wholeheartedly agree. How's it going, everybody? Appreciate you being here. How's it going, Fix? Just doing a little bit of yo-yo bearing maintenance to help people understand how to maintain their bearings. And then we'll get into some tricks in a little bit. But I wanted to show a little bit of I wanted to show the difference between two of my bearings to help you understand how to clean them. So we'll pry out this bearing. It's a little bit tight. Sometimes you have to kind of really work them out. But looking at these two bearings, might be a little bit hard to see on the camera, but you'll see that this bearing has shields on it and this bearing is de-shielded, so you can see that all of the balls that spin within the ball bearing are not protected from dust or hair or whatever could get into the bearing. And so when you clean your yo-yo bearing, you'll want to make sure that you de-shield the bearings. So what I mean by that is we'll need to take these shields off. And so this is going to take me a little bit, but it's all good. We'll get there. Also, Beast, is there a world record for longest solo hum? Just basic solo hum rules? See how long you can solo hum before the yo-yo dies? Hey, maybe we can give that a try here after we maintain these bearings. That's a great idea. I like that idea. See if I can get this off here. Hey, Mr. Meme, appreciate you being here. Glad you liked the videos. So this is really small and kind of hard to see, but you'll see here that we have a little clip as well as a shield. These will come off of the bearing so that you can be able to then see the balls within the ball bearing so that you can actually clean them out. And so I'll show this with a de-shielded bearing first, and then I'll show you how to take the shields off. But what you'll want to do is you'll want to have a small jar or a container of some kind that is safe to put in mineral spirits or lacquer thinner. I use lacquer thinner personally to clean my yo-yo bearings. But some people also use lighter fluid or other substances like that. I might need a little tool to open this up really quick, so if you give me just a second. we'll get this thing open. And so what you'll do is carefully fill up your jar a little bit more with some mineral spirits or some lacquer. So now we have a jar with mineral spirits and or lacquer or whatever you end up using. And so what you'll do is you will put your bearing into that liquid, and we're going to put the lid on here in a minute. But what we'll do is we'll shake it around pretty vigorously to try and get the crap out of the bearing, whether it's dust or dirt or hair or whatever could be in the bearing. And then we'll take it out, dry it off, and blow it dry with some compressed air. And that should help clean out any of the gunk that might be in the bearing. And then we'll finish out by adding a little bit of thin lubricant to help it maintain. But the challenging part that we're going to have now is taking the shields off of this bearing. This can sometimes get a little bit cumbersome, but I really recommend using a needle. Be careful with it. But what you'll want to do, and this is going to be hard to see, but with under here, you'll be able to see a little clip, and it's not really going to show very well in this video, unfortunately. I will try my best, but I only have so much lighting down here in my kitchen. But there's a little clip in here that you can use this needle to pry out. This may take me a few tries because this is very small and can sometimes be hard to see. But once you are able to pry it out, it'll look like the first bearing that I showed that was de-shielded. But in the meantime, while I try and pry this out, how's everybody's day going so far? Doing good? Oh, that actually went pretty well. So we got the first clip out. It's very hard to see on this background, but it is there. And then you can kind of tap out the shield on a hard surface to be able to get it out. And then we will take the clip out of the opposite side as well. That came out much better than I expected. And so now you can see that the shield is removed, and we can now see all the balls that are within the ball bearing. And so we can put this in here as well. These are some pretty crunchy bearings. They have been needing some tender love and care for a while, and I figured today is as good a day as ever to take care of them. I'm also going to clean the bearing on my Evolve as well. And you'll notice that the Evolve axle is actually way shorter. Oops. Not sure if you can see the difference of those two, but the Evolve axle is way, way shorter than an Offstring axle, which is interesting. But in any case, what we'll do is we'll again take this bearing removal tool and we will pry out the bearing. And you'll see here on the Evolve that I actually left this half shielded. So it has no shield on this side, but it does have a shield on this side. Some people like to clean the bearing with just half a shield just so it can stay, partially protected and keep the side of the bearing that's sticking up from the yo-yo with the shield on it. So I just figured I'd show each of the different configurations. So now that we have all three of our bearings in here in our lacquer thinner, we're going to carefully put the lid back on here. And if you are young, if you're still in school, I'd highly recommend having a parent help you with this endeavor, because it can be a little bit dangerous to work with mineral spirits. And so you'll see, for instance, that dripped a little bit, and so that's why I have this paper towel here, just to make sure that we clean up any drips to the side, just because these kinds of materials can be a little bit dangerous to work with. They're kind of flammable. And so do not do this towards any like open flames, and just all in all, just be safe as you do this. But we will continue to mix these around in here to try and get the gunk out of it. Lacquer thinner and things of this nature are really good at cleaning out either like oil buildup or gunk, as well as dust. And usually I like to let these bearings sit in lacquer thinner for like, I don't know, overnight, which may be overkill. But I find that sometimes that can be helpful in getting a really deep clean, but it's probably not really necessary. But in the meantime, I'm gonna clean up my workstation for a second. Close up this here lacquer thinner, which you can get at Home Depot or stores like unto it. And I'm gonna go wash my hands really quick since I got some lacquer thinner on my hands. But talk amongst yourselves. We'll be back in a moment. All right. Okay, so now that we've let our bearings sit for a little bit, we can take them back out of here. And I'm probably going to use that same needle that I used to take the shields off the bearings to get the bearings out of this liquid. And again, you'll want to be very careful with this. This kind of material or these kinds of liquids can be hazardous to work with. So if you are young, do not do this without your parents or your guardian. Please be safe. But that is how you can fish those out of there. And so now I've got these on a paper towel over here to help them dry. I'll show you in a second. But they're back here. So I'll move these yo-yos to the side really quick. Move the axles over there. Let's make it a little easier for you to see what's going on over here. These are, again, the clips and the shields. Some people like to put the shields back on after they clean them. I personally find that to be rather difficult, and it's a lot easier to clean the bearings when they're de-shielded anyway. And so it just makes my life easier later on to just leave them de-shielded. But what I end up doing is I kind of like roll these around on the paper towel a little bit to try and get some of the lacquer thinner out. And then what I end up doing is I then use compressed air to blow them out. So I'm going to take these over to the sink to blow them out really quick. So if you want to join me on my quest, let's move over there. So we'll get that set up there. Grab our compressed air. This compressed air, sorry again for the lighting, I know that it's pretty bad. But what we'll end up doing is we're going to blow into the ball bearing so that it spins to try and clean out any last lacquer thinner from inside of there, and also to get out any dust that might still be in there too. So you'll see here again we have the shield on the one side and the ball bearings exposed on the other side. I find that using this compressed air is actually like super helpful in getting crap out of your ball bearings, so I highly recommend it. You can get it for like $5 or $10 at most department stores, like at Walmart and stuff like but I am running rather low on compressed air, so I probably should get some more at some point. Yeah, so like for instance, right now I'm basically out of compressed air, so I should probably get some more. But I think this will be enough for now. So let's get this the rest of the way figured out. So now that we have deshielded our bearings, we've cleaned them in some lacquer thinner, we've dried them, and we've blown out any extra dust or crap or whatever that's in there. Our bearings are basically pretty clean. And so what we do now is we can put them back into our yo-yos. And I'm personally going to add some thin lubricant because that can be helpful in maintaining bearings, but I know some people prefer not to do that, as you know, it can be difficult to get the right amount in it without making it responsive. So, but then again, I play off string, and so having it a little bit more responsive is not actually a big deal. But what we'll do is we're going to take our yo-yo bearing half. I'm going to actually take the brighter one so it's easier to see. And what we're going to do is we're going to take the bearing and we're going to set it on top of the bearing seat and then push it down to clip it into place. And you'll hear a little click. And then when you flick the bearing, it should spin very smoothly. And if for some reason it doesn't spin smoothly, take it back out of the yo-yo and put it back into the lacquer thinner, try cleaning it again. It sometimes can take a couple of attempts to get it clean enough to be smoothly spinning. And especially nowadays, a lot of yo-yo bearings are mass produced, and so it can sometimes create a lot of buildup, and so you know it can sometimes need some thorough or repeated cleaning before it can be smooth. But in any case, now that we have our bearing back in, we can also then put our axle back in. And this is important because we don't want to strip the axle, we don't want to strip the axle or the screw, or the threads. That's the word I was looking for. We don't want to strip the threads. And so what we'll end up doing is we'll start by twisting ever so slightly to the left until it kind of clicks into place. And this may take a little bit of a couple of attempts, but we want to twist just a little bit until it kind of locks in and that it can hold on its own. Not like super hard, but just enough that it like clicks in. And then you'll carefully screw it back in from there. And so we'll try that again, since I was overconfident in my abilities a little. Okay, so now that it's in a little bit, you'll feel it kind of click a little bit. You can then turn it to the right until it becomes tight. Not like crazy tight, but just tight enough. And then lastly, we're going to add some, lubrication to this to keep the bearing maintained. And so you'll want to put an ever so slightly tiny drop. You don't need very much. Don't call it one drop lubricant for nothing. And then you'll spin the bearing once the lubricant is inside of the bearing to try and work it in. And then we can reassemble our yo-yos. So we'll again turn slightly to the left until it clicks, kind of locking it into place ever so slightly. And then we will twist it until it is a little snug, not super tight, but just tight enough that it is not going to immediately unscrew while you're playing with the yo-yo. And that is how we can put together a yo-yo. That is the whole process of cleaning and maintaining the yo-yo. From here, we can then actually use it. And so I'm going to quickly put together the rest of the yo-yos. and then we can go and do some practice upstairs. Maybe try some solo hum. So we'll get the axles back in and the bearings back in. Make sure that they spin smoothly. Add a little bit of thin lubricant to it, just a tiny drop. And depending on how big that tiny drop is, it may make your yo-yo slightly more responsive for a little bit. And so it may take some time to work in the lubricant. And so if that is the case, I would not recommend doing a bunch of, like tricks that require your yo-yo to not respond. For example, don't practice hooks right after you clean your bearing and add lubricant to it, because it may become slightly responsive and you don't want to smack your hand constantly. It's not fun. I've tried it. So some tricks that can be helpful for working in the lubricant are speed combos. So think your Godspeed kind of tricks. And then actually, interestingly enough, gyroscopic flop is actually a really good trick for working in lubricant into a yo-yo bearing. But yeah, the yo-yo community has differing opinions on lubricant when it comes to yo-yo bearings, and I just realized I forgot to put lubricant in this bearing, so I will take it back out and add it back in. Some people swear by it, other people really don't like it at all. I would say try out both and see which works better for you and which helps you maintain your ball bearings better. If you find it to be useful, by all means use it. If you don't find it to be useful, don't. But I found for me that it helps me maintain my bearings, so I like to use it. And most bearings in the world really need lubricant to run properly and to not lock up. But their bearings are mass produced at this point, so they're not that hard to get. But I've run dry bearings, which are bearings where you don't add lubricant to it, and they work just fine too. So you do what works for you. I've tried both; they're both fine for different reasons. But with that, we now have all of our yo-yos cleaned. So huzzah, we did it. Let's clean up our workstation a little bit, organize our stuff, and then let's go upstairs and practice some yo-yo. So I'm going to keep all of this stuff over here. If you did get any, excuse me, any light lacquer thinner onto a surface where there may be food or other things like that, make sure to clean it up and make sure that you close your lacquer thinner. You don't want to let fumes into your house any more than you need to. Close any jars that may have lacquer thinner in it. And then make sure to wash your hands, because you don't want to have harsh chemicals on your hands any longer than you need to. It may even actually be good to wear a glove while you're doing this, like those kind of cooking gloves or like latex gloves, something to protect your hands. So but either way, the main point is just make sure that you keep yourself safe. Don't touch your eyes after cleaning bearing unless you wash your hands. Headset, right? All that kind of stuff. But yeah, that's the gist of cleaning and maintaining a yo-yo bearing. And I hope that was helpful. So now let's head on upstairs. And we'll get started. Also, sorry, I don't know why it keeps always changing my chat filter to only showing the top messages, and so I didn't see some of these messages that came through, so apologies for that. Um, but yeah, adding the thin lube to yo-yo bearings can make them a little bit responsive for a bit, but once you work them in, it's usually fine. That said, though, if you don't like it, I mean, by all means, just run it dry, and that's totally fine too. Do what works for you, man. This is just what works for me, and I find it to be useful, so that is my strategy. But welcome back to the studio. Hope that was helpful for everybody. Eat Potaro. I've never lubricated the axle before. Is that helpful? I've never really looked into it. I'm glad that you found the right shape and gap for regen tricks, Kyle. It's awesome. Glad y'all are enjoying the Evolve review. Thank you, thank you. Yo, how's it going, Ethan? How's it going, Orlando? Appreciate y'all being here. I'm gonna pull up some music real quick, and then let's try some tricks out. I know Kyle recommended seeing how long we can keep solo hum going, so that could be a fun one to try. Anybody else have some ideas of things that they'd like to see? Let's see here really quick. Just getting up some music really quickly. All right, we're good. We're back in business. Oh, the Spider-Man? Yeah, I do need to try Spider-Man again. Not much, Ethan. How are you doing? Just been chilling, trying to make some videos and stream and hang out with y'all. Alright. Let's see here. Is this long? Yeah, it's the long string. So let's try this. Yeah, the gyro flaps help a lot actually with working in lube into bearings. Also, speed combos can be helpful too. But don't try and do unresponsive tricks. Oh my. All right. These are Japan Technology Amulet Pros. Not the ones, not the yo-yos I just cleaned. I already had strings on these ones. The ones I just cleaned are the Japan Technology Seals, and then the Duncan Evolve, which just came out on Yo-Yo Expert yesterday. And I posted a review of it yesterday as well too. So if you are interested in the yo-yo in any way, shape, or form, I'd highly recommend taking a look at the video. I put a lot of effort into that review, and I hope that it is informative and helpful. And so far, I have not been timing this, but this is going shockingly longer than I expected. Anybody want to see how long this has been going so far? This is for you, Kyle. Trying to see how long I can keep these rolls going. Never actually tested how long I can keep them rolling. This is far longer than I expected. I'm not going to bother trying to bind these afterwards. They're not going to have enough spin. I just want to see how long they go before they fall off the string. Not gonna lie, this makes my arm really tired just constantly doing the spin. Okay, alright. Not bad, not bad. You got yo-yo coming in a few minutes? Nice. Yeah, these ones are Amulet Pros, but the ones I cleaned were Seals. Both are great yo-yos. They're actually super similar. The Seal is just a little bit heavier and has a slightly different weight distribution. Well, that's how you do that trick. I saw a video from Kaoru Nakamura, I believe, where he did like 20 or 25 different solo hum tricks. And I was curious how he did that.
With a professional website that reflects who you are.
Try shorter strings. I honestly was, so I was using shorter strings, and I realized, like, I had way shorter strings before, and I realized that they were making it really difficult for me to do certain tricks, and so I needed a little bit of extra space, but I may have overcompensated, so I think that I might need to shorten them again. Maybe not all the way back, but probably shorter than this at least. Alright, see you around, Des. Thanks for being here, man. Dang. Yeah, I found that with the longer string, Kyle, it's really hard to consistently land the stalls that I was landing far more consistently with shorter string. Probably because I have to like spread the arms further apart. The leg bounce. So I was trying the leg bounce. And by leg bounce, I mean, you mean like the leg orbits, right? I was trying those a while back. Oh man, these are not aligned at all. But like, when I would try and like, well, for one thing, when I try and go under my leg, I drop the yo-yo, right? So there's that. And the other thing was, even if I didn't drop the yo-yo, trying to get the yo-yos to hop high enough was like weird. So I needed to like practice it separately first. Well, separately meaning like without the leg first. So kind of like being able to hop it higher, right? And keep the rolls going is something I think I need to practice first. Challenge Hunter Yo-Yo. Dude, he would smoke me. Hunter is way better at solo hum and Offstring than I am, dude. Like, I may mainly play solo hum and Offstring, but like, he's really good. He literally got third at Nats. Yeah, something like that. I need to be able to find a way to do that, but like keep it under control so that it actually like, I don't know, it's like I need to be able to keep it under control so that it so I can keep the rolls going under and over my legs, right? I have not tried one-handed somersault yet, but I should. How's it going, Yassine? Appreciate you being here. Yeah. Okay, now that should find it. Whatever. That's fine. I'll give the one-handed somersault a try. Might as well. How's it going, Kawa? Appreciate you being here. Almost dropped my yo-yo. So So here's the thing though, is that even if I do, like if I do one-handed somersault, isn't it gonna twist the strings? Welcome back. Because like when using both hands for somersault, you know, it's not that big of a deal. Also, why does it keep doing that? I'm washed up. Goodness. It's fine. We'll get it. But like with regular somersault using both hands, since the somersault goes between your hands, it doesn't twist the string, right? The twist doesn't matter much, you just take the string out. What do you mean? Hey, you swiped into a world of magic. You did. The magic of two yo-yos flying through the air at the same time and smacking my hand repeatedly. And not cooperating with me for whatever reason. And then this time it at least actually binded, which is nice. Give me like 2 seconds, I can actually get these going. Alternate the sides in revolution. That's true, I could do that. That's what people usually do, right? Like they'll one hand to one side and then one hand to the other side, right? Okay. Let's try it. I don't know how to do the rhythm. Hang on. This might take me a few attempts. Okay. I also keep wanting to like roll diagonally. Okay. I feel like that was kind of the idea. You changed from one hand solo hum to two? Oh, interesting. I am practicing solo hum today. But I might also practice I might practice some regular Offstring here in a little bit too, because I kind of want to prep a routine just in case I'm able to actually go to Florida States. Because I really want to. I'm singing in a concert literally the next day. Okay. We take those. Oh no. Work with me. No, it's worth a try. Thanks, Sketchy. I appreciate it. Trust me, I tie knots in these all the time too. And I will probably tie knots in these during this stream as well. Oh, come on, yes. Yes. I've been trying to work on that combo. And I don't know why these yo-yos specifically have not been binding at all. But for some reason, like that bind, whether it's spinning well or not, just drops all the time. Yo, appreciate the sub, man. Thanks so much, Sketchy. I was also talking to Sean yesterday, and he was mentioning to help me with anti-spin, I needed to put more power into the roll. So I'm a little bit scared of that, but we'll try it. Maybe like that. Well, like keeping it more, I don't know, keeping it more aligned. Yo, thanks, Kyle, appreciate it. I really like solo hum, it's fun. It's hard now, and I hit my ceiling more often than I expect to. Faster on the startup, interesting. So when you say faster on the startup, so like with that swing forward, is that what you're referring to on the startup, Pataro? Beast, I have no idea. I bought these from Sean, and they were used when I bought them, so I don't know how old the response pads are, to be honest. But they could probably do with being replaced, not gonna lie. Say like that should have binded right there, right? Like, but whatever, it's fine. Yo, thanks, Kyle, appreciate it. So, okay, so if it's faster on the startup, I guess the thing I'm trying to figure out is the timing for that startup. Because like figuring out the timing for it has always been like really awkward. I'm never really quite sure when to swing forward. Woo! Are you meaning more like that, except for like not launching my yo-yo into the stratosphere? Keep your legs still a little longer for the string to wind. Oh, interesting. Okay. That's a good idea. I do tend to move my leg too soon. Okay, nice. Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed that trick. It's a good one. I'm trying to figure it out so it doesn't launch my yo-yo away from me. I want it to stay on the string. You're gonna start yo-yoing. What yo-yo should you buy? Great question. There are a lot of really good beginner yo-yos on the market. I'd recommend personally the Spin Star from Yo-Yo Expert. It's responsive and can come up with a tug, but it also spins really well. It's like $10 or something, and I feel like it's a really good beginner yo-yo. If you want one that you can do unresponsive tricks with, I think that's what you're talking about. That was a much better bind. If you want yo-yos that are unresponsive, the Speedaholic from C3 is really good. The AOE from Yo-Yo Friends is really good. I've heard good things about the First Base from Recess. So there's a lot of good beginner yo-yos on the market. But for responsive, I definitely recommend the Spin Star. Man. I think the thing is, like, I'm not lining the strings up. Okay, so let's see. In somersault, you can basically do the somersault whenever you want, as long as you have the right technique. Interesting. I feel like whenever I do the somersault, if I don't do it at the right time, it just falls off. So maybe I'm just doing the wrong technique. Hey, Spliss, how's it going, man? Glad that was helpful, Kawa. You can get those yo-yos on yoyoexpert.com, or a lot of them are on Yo-Yo Sam and other yo-yo websites as well too, depending on where you're located. That's the thing with going fast, is that like I psych myself out and then the yo-yo flies. Sean was telling me the key to Andy's spin is literally just confidence. Okay. We got this, we got this, we got this. Okay, that was closer, that was closer. That was closer. Let's see, so they don't necessarily have to be aligned as long as the non-throw hand is pressed forcefully into the string. Interesting. Okay. That's interesting. I might need to look into that. Because I have noticed that sometimes Sean does it where it's like, just like in between his hands and not necessarily like this, but kind of like this, you know? Like there's space between his hands instead of them being like touching. You tried it and it worked just fine. For what, Kyle? Anti-spin or just like keeping the, or just like not aligning the strings? because when I don't line the strings up, they just fly away from each other. Look how they do ring mount anti-spin. Ring mount anti-spin. Not sure if I've seen ring mount anti-spin, unless you're referring to sprinkler anti-spin. Like the one where they go like, kind of like that, you know? And then they do an anti-spin from that. Hey, nice. Yo-Yo Factory 1 starter kit's also a great one too. Good choice, good choice. Welcome to the yo-yo community, my friend. It's a great place. If you have more questions, there's lots of people that are active on the forums, myself included, which are also on Yo-Yo Expert. Yeah. Okay, so Potaro, while you're on here, actually, question on sprinkler, because I think it may be relevant here too. Sean was mentioning it'd be good to do sprinkler with like reverse rolls. And I've been trying to get reverse rolls going for a while. I can't ever seem to really get it to work. Have you done it from regular rolls by chance? So you're referring to one-handed anti-spin? There's one-handed anti-spin. Oh boy, I don't think I've seen one-handed anti-spin, but that sounds crazy, not gonna lie. I feel like that was kind of close to sprinkler. That's the thing with Solheim though, is that like, you can, if you mess it up, you just end up in this giant mess. Okay. Goodness gracious. Alright, let's try this again. Nope, that's definitely not it. Oh my. Can he untie the knot with multiple yo-yos in the string? Maybe. Well, okay, maybe not. That's the name of the game with Saw. I was freaking like untying ridiculous knots. Okay, you haven't done it with reverse rolls, but you can do a short sprinkler with the normal ones. Wrapping the string and not moving your throw hand. Interesting. But you have to exit almost immediately. That's fair. I think that's what I saw, like, Kaoru has a list of 28-something Solheim tricks too, and I'm pretty sure that's what he did when he did regular roll sprinklers, that he did sprinkler for like half a second and then unwrapped it. Kind of like that. That was kind of cool. I think I'm gonna explore that for a little bit. Yeah, no, that's fair. I try and use pretty wide yo-yos, but I honestly don't pay super close attention to the gap width specifically, like as a metric. So that could be part of it. But like, was that kind of the idea? Because I feel like I had it for a second there. kinda. I don't know. Something like that. I'm gonna mess around with that for a minute. Do I have gap modifiers? I do. Yeah, I have a bunch of spacers. I just haven't used them yet. Probably should. But I like the response most of the time, so I normally don't worry about it. Oh boy. Here we go. For that chick, a wider gap works. Good to know. Hey Charles, how's it going? CJ, what's up, man? How's it going? It's good to see you. Just practicing some yo-yo tricks really quick, trying to figure out a particular trick I haven't learned yet before. Learning it in real time. I feel like it's got to be something like that, but I feel like when I unravel, they're not, like there's not enough space, and so they just clash into each other. That's closer. You use your camera to review the footage to see what you did wrong. Hesitate less with the entry, wrap faster. Okay. Nothing need to do some more 4/8? You should. It's fun. Yeah, it's gotta be timing. It's gotta be the timing on this for sure. I don't know, I'm just like, maybe I just need to work with my confidence in foray and solo hum in general, because I feel like I'm always hesitant for a lot of these tricks. Oh, that was so close. That was so close. That was almost it right there. Roll them with more space. Yeah, no, that's fair. I feel like that was really close, not gonna lie. Oh no, I missed. Yeah, no, it is really like challenging. I feel like I'm on the cusp of landing this. It's so close. Yeah, the unraveling seems pretty challenging on the timing. I don't know if there's a world record for your longest solo hum, but we could try setting it and then immediately get beaten by Ray. Or like literally anyone else who does solo hum, because my solo hum is not nearly as good as most people. Oh dude, that was close. They just fell off the string. Entry, one roll, exit. Okay. Yeah, Hunter, well, the thing is, I don't know if Hunter has time to worry about petty world records like solo hum rolls, right? But either, I'm just kidding though. Literally anybody who does solo hum could probably beat me at that world record immediately. But it would be fun to hold it for about 5 minutes. Say I could have been a world record holder in something, even if it was for only a mere moment. I guess the question would be, would you, like for it to count, would you have to be able to return it to your hand? Or is it just until one of the yo-yos stops spinning? When you unravel with the throw hand, try to match the orbit. That's true. Yo, that is a sick name and colorway, not gonna lie. The Eclipse with the black and white colorway. That would be sick, dude. I would love to see that. Oh boy. What is happening with the string? I think I moved my leg too fast on that bind. Alright. Alright, let's try this again. I really want to land this this sprinkler. Like I know you can sprinkler more or less like infinitely with reverse rolls, but I want to try it this way first. Yes, 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 yes. Come on. Yes. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, that was sick. That was sick. We actually landed it. That's so dude, that is actually such a fun trick. I'm not gonna lie, that was really fun. I wanna see if I can land it again. Nope. But dude, that's such a satisfying trick, dude. You better believe that's gonna be a stream highlight, don't worry. Dude, that's actually such a fun trick, oh my gosh. Thank you for your help with that. I appreciate it. I think running on the high of that, it's time to go for the solo hum world record, y'all. I don't know how I'm going to time this, but we can try. I have an idea. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull up a timer here. Okay, so timer, or stopwatch. Stopwatch. And are y'all able to see this at all? Is that even visible? I don't know. We'll try it. But in any case, what I'll do is I'll start it, and then what I'll end up doing is once I've started the stopwatch, I'll come over here and I'll start the rolls and I'll subtract however many seconds from it. That's not visible. That's unfortunate. Anybody know of a way to add like a timer to the screen or something? I mean, actually, you know what? We're live on stream anyway. I mean, like I can just do a stream highlight. What am I doing? And then go back and retime it later. What am I doing? I'm making my life more complicated than it needs to be. You're going to Japan on the 17th? Nice. Have fun, man. Okay, now we're gonna have to try that again. They're pretty tilted. Apologies for the loud clanking. Alright, time to lock in. Dude, this string going back and forth is extremely annoying. It's messing with my vision. I'm not going to try and return it afterwards. I'm just going to go until one of them dies. This is for you, Kyle, and for you, Kala. We're going to see how long we can keep this going, and I, again, apologize for the string whipping back and forth. Oh no. Should have seen that coming. You could do how many, let's see here. You could do as many one yo-yo tosses in a row. Wonder what you mean, like, as in like feed the sun kind of one yo-yo tosses? Dude, yeah, you should. You should totally check out Rewind while you're there. I think, isn't there a yo-yo contest happening? That's this weekend, right? Not next weekend. Either way, though, you should definitely check out Rewind. It'll be awesome. All right, let's try this again. Okay. So far, so good. Not gonna lie, this constant bouncing in my arm really does make it get tired quickly, but that's okay. Working on my endurance over here. So far, so good. This is going well. It's going well. We are tilting a different direction, but you know, we'll just keep turning with it. You know, it's fine. It's totally fine. We got this. My goodness, my arm is burning. Alright. Not bad, not bad. Not bad. Too far away, do them with the closer might help. I don't know how many more of these I can do. It's making my shoulders really sore. I might need to take a break from Soul Hum for a minute. Maybe do some 5A or something. Soul Hum with the longest spinning yo-yo. Do it. What is it? Isn't the longest spinning yo-yo called like Buddha's Revenge or something? It's like super slim for some reason. Oh yeah, I forgot. I shortened the string on my 5A yo-yos like a ton, and now I'm not used to how much faster it goes. A little bit of freestyle action going on over here. Messing around with 5A because I don't know what I'm doing, but it's fun. Honestly, 5A is so chill. It's really fun. Try doing a performance. Like a 5A performance? Because I don't know if I know enough 5A tricks to do a whole routine of that. Oh my goodness. String tension is so bad. That's the one thing with 5A is that I don't really understand is like how to manage string tension. Like I know in theory what's supposed to happen, but like in practice I feel like it just always loosens the string and that's it. Regardless of which way I'm spinning the string in the yo-yo. Oh no. Okay. We're good, we're good. Come back. Honestly, 5A is still fun. Do a yo-yo performance, anything goes. That's fair. Yo, Ben, that's how it's done. That is absolutely how it's done. Installing Mac on a Windows laptop while watching yo-yo tricks. That is a major W in my opinion. I'm curious how you are installing Mac on a Windows laptop though. Because normally I would just be doing Linux at that point. Embrace the bad string tension. That's fair. Eat the bad string tension. Conquer the bad string tension. Go fight, win, and call me when you come back, darling. I enjoy our chats. That might win the award for best comment in chat so far. Why they tighten string tension for 4A? Interesting. If I need a tutorial, what CPU do I use? I have a, what is this? It's an HP Envy. This is kind of like a standard Windows laptop. It's just like if I was gonna install another operating system. Sorry, it's kind of loud. It's just like if I was gonna install another operating system, I'd probably just install Linux at that point, just because I'm more familiar with it, and I don't have to figure out all the weird like Mac licensing stuff. Plus, I don't know, like I like Linux terminals and stuff like that, and at that point, even though the Mac terminal is based on Unix, it's just like if I can just have Linux at that point for the same effort as putting Mac on a Windows laptop. I don't know. Just me rambling. Butterfly. I have not learned 5A Butterfly yet. I know how to do Butterfly with, okay, well that's kind of Butterfly. I know how to do Butterfly with Spinning Poi. If any of y'all are curious about Spinning Poi, it's actually pretty fun. One second, let me grab some poi, some spinning poi. So I do know butterfly with spinning, with poi. It is pretty fun. It's a lot easier when they're both the same length and the same weight. Let's see here. Gotta shorten these strings a little bit. Spinning poi is fun. Linux is easier because it's pretty hard to install Mac. That's fair. I feel like Mac would make it really awkward to try and install on Windows. I feel like they would try and really put up a lot of barriers for that. Let's see. It took you months to actually make it work though. I'm yo-yoing while doing it because it's great for me. That's fair. You know, I don't blame you. Like, I would absolutely be yo-yoing while I wait for all the installations to happen too. I would get bored really quickly. My favorite yo-yo, I have a few favorite yo-yos. For Offstring, probably the Japan Technology Seal. But for 1A, I would say the Duncan Evolve is definitely one of my top 3. I really like the Spy Dynamo. That's a really good one. It's probably my all-time favorite. It's from like 12 years ago or something, maybe more, maybe 13. And then I like the Duncan Grasshopper a lot. Yo-Yo Friends Tachyon's really good. There's a lot of good yo-yos. Using a 1A using 1A bearing for 4A is a brilliant idea. I agree. Dude, Poi is so fun actually. Like, it's really chill. Astrojax is kind of close. Yeah, that's fair. Traditional Poi is really fun though. Like, I would say though, try and get Poi that has shorter ropes than these. These ropes are like really long, and so you have to do wraps to not hit yourself or other things. See you around, Kawa. Thanks for being here, man. And I hope you enjoy the new yo-yo. Dude, the Rex stream being back is like, I'm so happy about that. Like, that is the most did not see that coming, like, unlikely moves I've ever seen, but it's great. I'm really happy that the Rex stream is back. I just don't know if I'm willing to spend $115 for one of them, let alone 2 for $230. For me to inevitably want to do solo hum with Rex streams. I don't know, man. I've come to realize that like off-string yo-yoing is so expensive. If you ever want to get if you want to do solo hum or competition, you have to either commit to a single model. You need to either be so let me rephrase that. You either need to be sponsored and get a lot of yo-yos from that, commit to a single model and get a ton of them and break the bank, or try a bunch of different models and also break the bank. Because if you ever want to do solo hum, you always need to have a duplicate. And so it's like, for 1A, if I wanted to get a $100 yo-yo, I could. It'd be expensive, but I'd only need one of them. But for Offstring, if I wanted to get a $100 yo-yo, I have to get 2 of them in order to do solo hum, or just never do solo hum with them, right? And so it's just like, I don't know. It's hard for me to justify when it gets that expensive. But the Rex stream does look really good, not gonna lie. And it's like, what, 75 meters wide or something? Or meters. 73 or 75 millimeters wide. It's like crazy wide. Getting into Diablo territory here. Just kind of crazy, not gonna lie. Also, tomorrow is the start of the anti-yo-yo contest. So, any of y'all interested in watching a free online, well, a free to watch online yo-yo competition tomorrow on YouTube? Anti-yo-yo contest. It's gonna be awesome. I will be competing in Offstring, and there's a huge prize pool when it comes to like yo-yo contests. It's not like huge for other things, but it's like a major prize pool for yo-yoing with like, I want to say it was over 1,000, if not over $3,000 prize pool or something, which is crazy for a yo-yo contest. Like that's pretty high. I know video games tend to get like much higher prize pools than that, but still pretty exciting. So check it out tomorrow. There'll be every division on there, 1A through 5A. It's gonna be a good time. And for you Hunter fans, he'll be there as well too. He'll be judging, along with our boys Justin Dower and Chris Toledo, and maybe one or two others too. I can't remember how big the team is for the judges. Yeah, that's the kind of stuff that's going on right now. Hope everybody is having a good day so far. Just trying to make sure that my chat is working properly. There we go. I don't know what keeps happening. My chat keeps failing. I don't know why. It's $115 for one for the rec streams. Dude, I know. Dude, if there was a full-blown Yo-Yo Jam comeback in this year, I would be so happy because Yo-Yo Jam was honestly one of my favorite brands when I was getting into yo-yoing. Like, they were so fun. And they actually made a lot of really good yo-yos that were, like, very unique. Like, they were, like, the company for, like, plastic metal hybrids. And like they also had really good 2A yo-yos, they had really good 1A yo-yos, they had really good Offstring yo-yos. Like they were really like a great all-rounder company that targeted like every possible yo-yo market and did extremely well in all of them in terms of designing yo-yos. I was really sad when they went out of business. I've heard good things about the Flawless. I've just never tried it. I haven't quite decided yet. I'm leaning more towards waiting at this point. Just because like, you know, the team with AZ is mostly in Asia, and there's nothing wrong with that. I love Asia, but the challenge is that if all of the team is in Asia except for me, it would be difficult for me to really like be a part of the team, you know, like because like without being able to like interact with people from the team, it would mostly just be online, which It's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just like I think it'd be really beneficial to be able to be in person with some of the team members, even if it's just at contests occasionally, you know? So I don't know, I'm still thinking about it. There's a guy from Egypt. I mean, that's fair. Egypt is still like really far from here, though, not gonna lie. And now that said, though, if at any point in time I find myself in Asia for a longer period of time, because you know, like I have family in Hong Kong and I used to live in Korea, so you never know. Like I may find myself back in Asia, and if that's the case, you know, then it might make more sense to be on a team that's based in Asia. But if it's a team based in Asia and I'm based in the U.S., I don't know. It feels like it would be difficult to be connected, you know. Your favorite yo-yo is the Epiphanian. I don't know if I know that one specifically, but you won it by getting second place at Hungarian Nats. Nice. That's awesome. Your next would either be the vulture or the grasshopper, and the last being orbital. Great choices, honestly. Like the vulture is really good. Not necessarily like my style per se, but it is a really good yo-yo. I really like the grasshopper. It's super fun for like chill, flowy tricks and slack tricks, which are kind of my thing. Um, Maybe not as much in the slack department, but like the chill style movement kind of tricks. It's C3. Oh, C3. Interesting. Is it one of their bimetal yo-yos? Because I'm almost embarrassed that I haven't tried any. Like I've tried only a couple of C3 yo-yos. I've only tried the contrail for like 5 minutes at Worlds. The Speedaholic SHFX, their hybrid one, and then, well, I might have tried the regular Speedahawk too. I don't remember. But I haven't I haven't tried any of their like high end 1A yo-yos by any means. But I really should. Like the Galaxy Diver looks so good. Lunar Lord is really good, just need to modify the gap. That's fair. It's monometal and awesome. Sweet. Well, I might have to look into it. I'll scour through Yo-Yo Expert and see if I can find that model. Because like the C3 mono metals are super reasonably priced usually, which I really appreciate. They do a really good job of having yo-yos at pretty much every price point. All right, Kyle, let's try and figure out that Spider-Man trick. Okay, so if I remember right, we go this direction, we pull back, and then I'm trying to remember, was I going too fast last time? Was that the issue? Horizontal off-string or 1A? Because I can do some 1A horizontal, but my off-string horizontal is basically just like the bare minimum. It's because I haven't really explored it too much. Because like I learned it right before going to Asia, and then I was not about to do off-string horizontal outside. I thought I had that. Let the grind begin. $50 on rewind. Nice. That was too high. That was too high. Let's try that again. We're going for Spider-Man here. Oh, close. I was too fast. We're gonna land Spider-Man. We got this. I wonder if I need to move further away from the back. There we go. We're getting close. We're getting close. I almost had that one, but I think I went too fast and then I wasn't ready to catch it. We split the difference because I was going too high at first and that was too low. Oh, that was so close. Dang. I want to land this before the end of stream. Getting better at catching it when I miss. Oh, no, we almost had that. No. Yo, how's it going, King? Appreciate you being here. Thanks for the sub, man. I appreciate it. Hope you enjoy the tricks. I like to do offstring, solo hum, and a bunch of other styles of yo-yo tricks, so I hope you enjoy them. Not perfect, but I enjoy sharing my tricks and hanging out with y'all. Dang. That's close, almost had that. Thanks, man, I appreciate it. There we go, that's what I was actually going for. No, that was so close. That was so close, we almost had that. That was actually a really good behind the back combo. It almost went really well. I just missed the bind. Go back. The 3-leaf clover. I'm not sure. Oh, is that the... That's the looping trick where you go up and then forward and then down, right? I don't know if I know how to do that one. Like I know what trick you're talking about, but I don't know if I know how to do it. I could try it though in a minute. I really want to land this behind the back combo. Yeah, if you give me just a second, I will give it a shot after I really want to land this behind the back combo that I've been working on. We'll take that. We'll take that. We will take that. The hardest 1A trick that I know. Let me grab a 1A yo-yo really quick. And then, because I know I can land that, even though it's hard. And then we'll try the 3-leaf clover. So hardest 1A trick that I know is that. So like But the thing is though that you're supposed to land on the back string and not on the front string. And I get close, but it's always hard to actually land it on the back string. Because I'll either go too far back or I'll land in the middle. Or see like where I land on multiple strings when I'm trying to just land on one. There we go. That was the one. Do I know when my next stream is? Probably on, maybe, I'm debating because I was going to stream tomorrow, but I don't want to be streaming at the same time as Auntie, and Auntie is going, Auntie Yo-Yo contest is going like this whole weekend. And so I might wait until like Tuesday when I get back from a work trip. Okay, so let's see here. So it goes up, out, and then down. Maybe kind of like that. Is that how three-leaf clover works? So like up, out, down. Up, out, down. Up, out, down. Up, out, down. Something like that. Something along those lines. But yeah, I'm thinking of probably on Tuesday. I'm starting a new job on Monday, and so I'm trying to kind of test the waters to see how busy it'll be, so I know when I can stream. Because I want to start streaming daily, or at least like Monday through Friday or Saturday. I kind of need to know how busy my work will be before I can really gauge that. But I'm thinking of doing like lunchtime streams here. So either like 11 a.m. to noon or like noon to 1 or something. I don't know, I haven't quite decided yet. But there will be streams next week for sure. I'm just not sure what time. Dang. Alright, sounds good. See you in a bit. That was bad. Really want to get that anti-spin going again. Thanks, man. Your hardest is either behind the back horizontal hops or Jumpman 1.5 Brent Stoll laceration. Dang, that's awesome, man. Those all sound super hard. I don't do a whole lot of meta style 1A tricks, so I appreciate them from afar just because they're not really the kinds of tricks that I enjoy doing, but I can appreciate them because I know that they're really hard and they are really cool. But like, I don't know if I really have it. Ooh, goodness. I don't know if I really have a desire to like to learn like behind the back horizontal or stuff like that. Yo, welcome back, King. Appreciate you being back. Have you seen Solohan before? Because that is what this style is. Oh gosh, that was bad. Let's try that again. Let me give you an actual example of solo hum. Solo hum, that's what this style is, where you do 2 Offstring yo-yos at the same time. And they're rolling around each other like this. Dang. It's kind of hard to keep track of them, but it's a really fun style. It's very error prone, but it's fun. I learned a new solo hum trick on stream today. I want to see if I can still land it. Oh, that was close. That was close. We almost had that. That was close. We almost had that one. Well, yeah. I tried. We got the main gist of the trick at least. And I feel like that was better. We almost had it. The easiest trick that I know for solo hum or just in general. Because for solo hum, none of the tricks are easy. But the easiest trick that's not rolls would probably be somersault, which looks like this. Or at least that's the first one that I learned after learning the basic rules. But if you're talking about just in general, my easiest trick is probably just the sleeper at that point. Just a classic sleeper, you know. But of course, there's always Rock the Baby. And Eiffel Tower for sure. But even like easy tricks definitely have their place, right? Like they're still good tricks, like even if they're easy. Because you know, yo-yos are just for fun anyway. Like they're intended to be a hobby, and if you enjoy the tricks, like by all means to do them, you know. And I enjoy doing easy tricks. I enjoy doing intermediate and hard tricks. Like they're all fun in their own way. And the process of learning is honestly one of the best parts of yo-yoing. Is like working on a new trick or like finding ways to incorporate different tricks into each other, and just like eventually bringing in your own style into things and your own flair. Thing. Almost said that. But yeah, it's fun. I mean, like there's a lot of really great tricks. I don't know. At least that wasn't too hard. Oh boy. Had to get one yo-yo to the face on this stream at least. I do too, it's fun. Like the bind, like the whole idea of solo hum and the bind and all that are just so satisfying. Thing. 2 3A. Dude, the only 3A I landed was that double bind that you challenged me to do. I still don't actually know 3A. I swear I learned that by accident. Really want to get that down better, man. Tell you what, once I land anti-spin another time, like this, once I land anti-spin, I will give 3A another try. While I'm practicing, think of a trick you want to see. Okay, now that was unfair. Okay, we got this, we got this. I feel like I'm getting better at it. I think the key here is like the faster wind up, not necessarily swinging as far forward, and when I do the actual roll, to kind of roll upwards. That's at least what it looked like from when Sean was showing me a video of how to do anti-spin. Because like I keep getting so close with these. I really want to actually like be able to get it out of the rolls. The fizz yo-yo? I don't know the fizz yo-yo. Is it like a dollar store yo-yo, or is it like a kind of yo-yo challenge? Yeah. We're gonna land this. We're so close. See, the thing is, it keeps launching. Like it keeps launching away and hitting my wall. Oh, the yo-yo from Yo-Yo Tricks. I don't know too much about Yo-Yo Tricks. Like obviously, like I've seen their tutorials, but I haven't really looked into their website too much. Okay, I might have to keep practicing this later. Welcome back, Kawa. No. What have I done? Alright, well, I will keep practicing that. Welcome back. I'll keep practicing that, but for now, let's do some 3A. It's 10:15 Hungary. So there's a few different time zones in America. For me, it's 3:50 p.m. Walk the dog. I can do a walk the dog while I'm on my way to give 3A a try. We got ourselves a nice little dog over here. Bring him back. Oh, don't worry. I got you a walk the dog in here. We'll even have a second one. Stroll by. Alrighty. Time to play some 3A shenanigans. Heaven help me, man. Kyle, what kind of 3A tricks do you want to see, man? The only one that I have successfully landed was literally the one that you challenged me to do. Man, how did I hit that on the slim yo-yo, but not the wide yo-yo? Do the DNA. I will do the DNA once I land this trick with 2 yo-yos. Can you even see the second one with the black background? It is pretty dark, probably. Okay. No, I landed it in the other one. You've heard of the DNA? It's a cool trick. Do it again. Yeah, I'll go for a DNA once I can land both of these binds at the same time. Because Kyle asked me to do that a few streams ago. And it's hard. No. Okay. No. It's so hard to land this trick, man. Because they're supposed to both bind at the same time. Okay, we got it. We got it. We got it. Bro, Offstring DNA. I am not there yet. I will let you know. Don't worry. I am indeed not at the Offstring DNA stage. But we landed the trick that we were requested to land. And not the DNA. There it is, the DNA. My hardest DNA is the only DNA that I know, which is that one. But I take that back. I do know another DNA. I do know another DNA. But that DNA, I don't know if it's necessarily harder per se. It's just like, it's just different because it's like a palm grind. No. And it runs out of spin so fast. Yeah, so I think for now my hardest DNA will probably be the only DNA that I know. But I can try it under the leg maybe. Just for fun. See if I can land it. But I don't know how well that's going to go over. It's worth a try though. Can I do... I can do some speed combos. I don't know like the mainstream Godspeed combo. I still need to learn that one, but I know other speed combos. Let me try that again. Something like that. Did a little bit of some ad-libbing tricks there for a minute. The need for speed. Glad y'all are liking the tricks. For 4A, throw the yo-yo, breakaway side, and do an opposite bind of 1A. Interesting. So in that case, I'd want to do the bind that I normally do for like a front style DNA, like the one like this way, probably. The DNA. If it wasn't copyrighted, I would play DNA from like the K-pop song DNA. Because it would be very relevant right now, but it is indeed copyrighted. And I cannot do copyrighted music on here. So you need to throw a breakaway for 4A, for the 4A one. Interesting. Do I know SML, the YouTube channel? I don't think so. But I can look into it. Is it like a comedy channel or like a yo-yo channel? Like what kind of content do they do? They do puppets. Interesting. Like do they is it like ventriloquy, like a ventriloquist kind of puppet? Where it's like comedy ventriloquy or is I don't even know if that's the right word or not. Or is it kind of like the Muppets or something like that? I'm not sure why, but it literally just put on my screen you're live. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I already knew that. We've been live for a while. People who do certain voices for each character. Interesting. I cannot do the 4A DNA at the moment yet. I don't have enough spin when I do a 4A breakaway. Because like if I throw too hard, I don't know the timing for when to pull back so that it comes to my hand. And so I end up throwing softly, and when I throw softly, it doesn't spin long enough to DNA. But if I somehow land... I'm just kidding. Oh, goodness. Have I seen the rewind tutorial? Is there a rewind tutorial for Offstring DNA? There probably is, to be honest. I feel like I've seen either it or something like it. But like, again, it comes down to having enough spin. I almost like never have enough spin after I do a off-string breakaway. But can he walk the dog? I don't know. Seems like a very walkable dog to me. It's in Ray Wakura's 4A Trick Lab. Oh, interesting. Nice. Dude, there's so many tricks from his off-string 4A, or his off-string Trick Lab that I need to learn. And the 100 Tricks of Solheim or whatever. There's so many things in there. I'm just glad I figured, like, I landed that sprinkler. My favorite rail combo element. I would say my favorite rail combo, well, the thing is with like rail combos, my favorite element would probably be stuff like that, where it's like sort of like Ouija. That kind of element. Those are really fun. Where it's like sort of like Ouija, it's sort of like Poppin' Fresh. But you kind of land double on. See like the double on right there? It's always a fun one. Your entire routine is literally his lab. Fair enough. Welcome. Yeah, I'll see you in a minute, King. No worries. Got an axle nut from a bind. Does that mean it's time to try the Offstring DNA? I feel like if I try and go for the Offstring DNA, everyone's just gonna leave because I keep failing it constantly. Do y'all actually enjoy watching me like learning new tricks? Because like if you do, like by all means, sure, that's fine. And like I'd like to learn it, but I also don't want to like make it boring for people either, you know? But then again, people watch speedrunners like try the same tricks over and over again too, and they enjoy it. So I don't know. Yes, I did see the new like the comeback of the Rex Stream. Looks so good, not gonna lie. The thing that's interesting about the Rex Stream though is that I feel like right now a lot of Offstring yo-yos share very similar designs, but very few of them really share that close of a design with the Rex Stream. Even though the Rex Stream was like the Offstring yo-yo when it was in its heyday. And like last year, Nats, Ian Johnson still used Rex Streams anyway. Like the original Rex Stream. Alright, I'll try the Offstring DNA. But don't say I didn't warn you. This is gonna be the strap in, y'all. This is gonna take some attempts. Thanks, Jamie. I appreciate it. Oh, this is the wrong string. One moment. We are about to find out if I can do the DNA, but we're trying it off string, which I may regret. But we're trying it anyway. So y'all said I needed to do breakaway style, so this way, not this way. The thing is though, I'm so much more confident in throwing it this way, but this might take a while. Is there any way that I could like not throw it horizontal and still like somehow get a DNA? Thanks, Jamie. I appreciate it. Goodness. Stop and go. So, question on stop and go actually. Like when I try and do the go part of stop and go, well, for starters, it responds really fast and then I'm like stuck. But like so you said throw it normally until the yo-yo. And see, then I don't have enough spin, right? All right, sounds good, Jamie. See you around. No. Do I like fishing? I have tried fishing before, but I've never been super into it personally. In case you've never tried the unlimited though, you should, because the grinds on this thing are so fun. Okay, I've been trying to land the Offstring DNA and I'm not really sure how that. My phone literally died midstream. Apologies for the lag. We're back. And my phone is plugged in this time because I forgot to plug it in. But we're good now. No worries. Apologies for that. So close. We're back. Sorry for the lag on that one. My phone died and I forgot to plug it in before stream, but it is back up now. We are plugged in, we're good. We are locked in. Oops. Yeah, it was lagging because my phone literally died. I didn't realize it was so low on battery. But yeah, we're good. We're plugged in. We should be good to go now. Okay, I don't know what is up with my yo-yos and not binding. Like, their response is fine. I'm using thicker string. Okay, can we try the 4A DNA? I don't know. Give me just a second. Where's everybody else in the stream? I don't know. They probably dropped because the stream lagged, which, in all fairness, I probably would have too. But they might find their way back. It's all good. Can I do Eli hops and Godspeed? I indeed can. One moment. We got our Eli hops over the head, around the arm. And our speed combo. Oops. We'll try that one more time. One moment. No. I went too long on the combo. But it's all good. I can do the DNA, but I don't know if I can combine it with Godspeed. Well, I mean, I guess I could just do a speed combo and then do another throw into the DNA or something. Because, like, for instance, like, no. So, like, something like that. No. It happens. And a DNA. We got it. How's it going, ZD? Welcome, welcome. And now the question is, can I do an Offstring DNA? I say as I go right back into doing a regular DNA. Or an onion, I guess that one was not a DNA. Zach Ormley's arm GT. That is a trick I really actually do want to learn, but I have not learned yet. But I do actually really want to learn it. It's such a sick trick. Let me just adjust my lighting really quick here for a second. 30 Eli hops. We could try. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Get the rack. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Let me get a yo-yo that can spin longer than this. One moment. This one doesn't spin quite long enough to do that many Eli hops probably, unless I was really careful with it. It's just not that stable of a yo-yo. But I do have a yo-yo that probably could. So if you give me just a second to swap out the strings. You just learned it nice. It's 9:22 a.m. in Australia. It's a pretty good time. Alright, so let's see here. So like, alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 35, not bad. Not bad, 35. I've got plenty of yo-yos for now, but appreciate the suggestion. Recommendation for a 1A yo-yo? Probably this one actually, the Duncan Evolve. It's actually so good. The Duncan Evolve and the Duncan Crescendo both just got released on Yo-Yo Expert and Yo-Yo Sam, and they're both really good. So I would recommend either of them. They're both very fair prices, great yo-yos. The Evolve was used to win the U.S. National Yo-Yo Contest, and I believe Jonathan used the Crescendo to win Indonesia Nats. So they're both very capable yo-yos, that's for sure. Designed by two of the coolest people in the yo-yo community, that's for sure. I do not have a tie edge. I don't actually have any titanium yo-yos. Got another DNA request. I just swapped the string off of the yo-yo that can do the DNA, so let me put another one on. I know who Brandon is, but I have not met him. But since you're in Australia, have you met him? Because he goes to the yo-yo clubs there, doesn't he? How's it going, Connor? I'm honestly impressed with how many people have asked for Walk the Dog today. Ironically, more people than have asked for the DNA. But I like Walk the Dog. It's fun. There's character. It's just a nice little stroll in the park. And then your dog tries to bite you. For some reason. Because apparently the bearing is responsive now. I don't know why. Probably because of walking the dog in carpet and getting dust in it. I have not met them before, but I do know who they are. Around the world. I got you, fam. Got a nice little around the world going on here. Behind, to the side, to my other side. Spinning in circles. Boom. Around the world and around me. You've seen Brandon before. Wow, let me try that again. You've seen Brandon Boo before. Nice. Hey, the best DNA I've hit today. That was a good one. Alright, Kyle. I will try the 4A DNA again, but I am not confident that I'm going to actually land it. Because I really struggle to get enough spin for it. You know what I'm saying? You've seen Brandon Boo before. Nice. Yeah, I saw him at Worlds, but people were always trying to talk with him, and I didn't really want to bother him when he was doing other things. No. No. Why? I keep getting it in the gap, but I never have enough spin left. That is the right way to do it, right, Kyle? Like, that's the right direction. Or am I supposed to tilt the string the other way? Like, I've been tilting it this way, but I lose so much spin doing that that I have nothing left for the DNA. No! I can indeed walk the dog. I will walk the dog with my left hand, so I don't necessarily have to take this yo-yo off my right hand. One moment. We'll try that again. Get a better throw in there. Or not. Nice little dog walking session. Two yo-yos at the same time. See, the thing is, like, I keep throwing as hard as I feel comfortable throwing inside. So, like, that was a really good throw, but I lose so much spin trying to tilt it on its side, right? I mean, walk the dog is up there in the easier trick category, that's for sure. Oh, that was a nice little recapture. Have you done that recapture before? Like, where you kind of like, you do a crossover and then you recapture under? Or over, I guess. I think that's what I do. It's kind of like that. No. So close. So close. I'm old enough to have a job, and I indeed will be starting a new job on Monday. So, old enough to be working full time. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. That's such a fun bind, man. So fun, dude. Almost had it. Well, I appreciate the concern, my friend. I am perfectly happy doing what I'm doing. And if it makes people happy, that's great. If you don't enjoy it, that's okay too. It's not your thing, I don't mind. I've played other sports before and I've never done too well with them, but I've done a lot better with yo-yoing, and so I just keep going with it. But you know, I also sing, I also do other music, I work full time in technology, like I do a lot of things. Like yo-yoing is only one part of my life, you know? Just happens to be the part that you can see right now because it's online. So like, I hope that you have a better day, because I know it can be a tough time when the thing that feels like the right thing to do is to try and put somebody down, but I don't really mind. I just hope that you have a better day going forward. If you ever want to hang out and watch some yo-yo tricks, by all means, hang out, but you're good. Welcome back, CD. I agree, yo-yos are not necessarily just for kids. There's plenty of adults who play with yo-yos too. Myself included. Oh, that was pretty good. The ending was rough, but the rest of it was pretty good. I was 26th at Worlds, so I still got a ways to go. 26th overall, which put me at like 15 or 16 in somewhere around there in prelims. I'm hoping next year to see if I can't make it to semifinals, but that might be a tall ask. I don't know, we'll see. I'm hoping to make finals at nationals and semifinals at Worlds, but those are kind of stretch goals. So we'll see how it goes. I have not seen the anime Super Yo-Yo. Is it pretty good? Dang. I feel like somebody was talking about that anime recently, weren't they? I have met Rei Ukura. I met him at Worlds this year. He's a really good guy. Dang. Rei's super cool. All right, Kyle, have a good one. Thanks for hanging out, man. Good luck at tutoring. Yeah, I showed Rei this trick at Worlds, but like actually landing that whip at the end. I don't know. I probably will be wrapping up here relatively soon so I can get ready for dinner. But not too much longer. No, I thought that was gonna be a good one. I mean, it was pretty good, all things considered, other than the snag. Oh, there it is. There we go. Yo, thanks, man. I appreciate it. I've been working hard on my foray, so I'm glad that you enjoy it. No. Dang it. You're more of a 1A player, but you like all the divisions. I appreciate that. That was me for a long time. Like, I've been in the yo-yo community, or, well, maybe I should rephrase that. I've yo-yoed for 15 years, and I've been in and out of the community just because life gets busy sometimes, but I've only been playing Offstring for a year, and it's a lot of fun. Well, more like 11 months, but you know, semantics at that point. But I was mainly a 1A player for the vast majority of my time as a yo-yo player. up to this point. I really want to land that combo. No. There's an over the head bind you can do there that I was trying to land. Are they the most difficult? I don't know if I would say, I don't know, I find them to be pretty challenging. I feel like every division can be really hard in its own way though. But especially for Offstring, since you can drop it at literally any moment, that definitely makes it a lot harder than it could be, that's for sure. But you know, people will push the boundaries of every division and make them very difficult, so. I'd say for learning purposes though, 2A is probably the hardest to learn. Oh yeah, absolutely. High risk, but really cool. Definitely agree. That's exactly how I see 4A. All right. No. That's okay. Best 4A yo-yo? Depends on who you ask, honestly. There's actually a lot of really good 4A yo-yos. I've heard good things about the Flawless. The Boundless is really good. I like the Japan Technology Seal and Amulet Pro. Jet Set's really good. But I don't know if I'd call it the best per se. The Unlimited is really good as well too, but I again don't know if I can really call it the best per se. You know nothing about yo-yo, just randomly got here. That's cool. No worries, man. Appreciate you being here. How's it going, Pogi? Appreciate you being here. Can I do the jumper? What's the jumper? Is that like when you jump over the yo-yo? You've been yo-yoing for a year and you're advanced. Nice. That's awesome, man. Congrats. Okay. I don't know why I went for that last one. I can do the DNA, yes. One moment. Yeah, give me a second. I can get us the DNA going on in here. Maybe. There it is. That was a good one. How's it going, Domino? Welcome, Kane. Really want to try and land that combo that I was going for earlier. Man. I do not know the A and D. Like, I mean, well, maybe I should rephrase that. I know what the trick is, but I haven't learned it. Rock the Baby. Rock the Baby might be a little bit difficult for Offstring. But I'm not entirely sure how I would do that. Maybe like this. Hey, hey, we take those. Offstring will rock the baby. Or not, rock the baby. Can I do Eiffel Tower? I should probably grab a 1A yo-yo if I'm going to do classic tricks. Well, bam. Eiffel Tower. Thanks, Slash. Appreciate it. Welcome back, Orlando. How was Hunter's stream? I know that I saw that he was live when my phone died and I was trying to get my stream back up. I can walk the dog up my arm. It's called the grind. But I can also do a regular walk the dog too. I feel like it keeps getting crap in my bearing, which makes it responsive when it doesn't need to be. But it's okay. Speed. I am speed. I am not speed. Kind of Godspeed combo. No. Walk the slack aside. He went live with Chris and Mark Zeno. Nice. 4.5 hook. I am not currently capable of landing the 4.5 hook, but I appreciate the suggestion. I am predominantly a 4A player at this point. Even though I've played 1A most of my life at this point, I never quite got into the high number of hooks. But I do have 1.0 and I do have 1.5. Krabby Patty. See, I've learned this time, Orlando. I know what the Krabby Patty is, and and a negative 4.0 horizontal hook is definitely outside of my skill set. I feel like that would be really hard even for Hunter. Yo, appreciate it, Braga. Godspeed with a 4.5. Dude, I genuinely have no idea how to do 4.5 hook. Like, I haven't even begun to learn how to do it. Plus, believe it or not, you have to reach a certain level of metrics on YouTube before you can receive donations. And I have not yet met said metrics for watch time. And so I appreciate the offer, but even if you wanted to donate at this point, you can't. But I will definitely let you all know when you can. But right now we're still building up the stream. What is the difference between Demon Speed and Godspeed anyway? Aren't they both just variations of speed combos? An Eiffel Tower for that. It's supposed to be longer. A lot faster. Fair enough. So if you've come to stream before, you may know this already, but I tend to do tricks that are not necessarily like meta tricks very often, just because I don't know. I find other kinds of tricks a lot more fun. And so like the actual combo for Godspeed, you know, like I don't have a huge amount of interest in learning the exact combo. Just because it's like, I like doing my own kinds of tricks more. And I'm just here to hang out and chill anyway. But, you know, if there's a request for a trick that I can do, I will definitely do it. So I appreciate the request for sure. Infinite speed. And I do the diamond. I'm not sure what the diamond is. Infinite speed. I feel like infinite speed would just be like me holding a yo-yo and pretending to yo-yo. Or something like that. Can you use yo-yos with it not attached to the string? Yes, I can. That is my main style, actually. I will show you in just a moment. Game Master has joined the chat. The man, the myth, the legend from Hunter's chat. Welcome, my friend. Let me try again. One moment. And then we'll do some off-string again. Come on. Lock in. Why are you not locking in? No. My yo-yo is not cooperating with me for some reason. There we go. There's our DNA for the day. We got it. We got it. Don't worry. The DNA has been had. It has been got. And for good measure, we'll do one more, because why not? Another DNA. Boom. This yo-yo right here is like $10 on Amazon. It's pretty cheap. But I've got yo-yos ranging from like $5 or $10 up to like 120 or 30. But for the request for the yo-yo with it not attached to the string, that would be this style. No, come back. I mean, fair enough, this guy, but it may be hard to believe, but I have indeed been married for 6 years. You're good, man. I got you, no worries. But I have indeed been married for 6 years, so I indeed have a life outside of yo-yoing. Oops. Sorry to hear. Oh boy. Oops. That was way too close. No. So close. Your kid wants a yo-yo. Honestly, yo-yos are so fun. And there are some at a variety of different prices, so you don't necessarily have to buy a really expensive one. You could get one for like $5 or $10 that is still perfectly fine. Thanks, man. I'm glad you're enjoying the tricks. Can I do leg orbit? Yes, I can. It's a fun one. Oops. One moment. Let me try that one more time. Leg orbits. No. Can be so hard to balance sometimes. a double yo-yo on one string? I have. Behold, one moment. I will show you. I was doing them earlier. Doing solo hum earlier, which is 2 yo-yos on one string. It's actually really fun. Just gotta string them up really quick. Behold, 2 yo-yos, one string. Two yo-yos, one string, one hand. And we stick the landing. Boom. You love to see it. Alright, we'll see you around this guy. Goodbye, hypnoticist. Pretty sure you can walk died this first trick you learned. I don't know if it was necessarily the first trick I learned, but it was up there. It's all good, Caitlin, no worries. The yo-yos are fun. You should try them sometime. Come on. No. That trick is so hard to get them separated, man. It's really fun. It's just like, it's such a non-intuitive trick for me. That was so close. That was totally it too, dang it. I thought I had that. Well, that was quick. Welcome back. Of course. I'm showing you some tricks right now. Hope you're enjoying them. Man. Dude, this trick is so hard. It just always launches the yo-yo. Rock the baby with 2 yo-yos. Oh, goodness. I can do the leg orbit, not with both yo-yos though. With both yo-yos it's beyond my skill set at this point, but I can do rock the baby with one. There's actually lots of different orbiting tricks. So you've got leg orbits. I don't know why I keep dropping the yo-yo when I try and do orbit tricks. So you got leg orbits. You got arm orbits. And you've even got full body orbits. There's head orbits too, but I just can't really see where the yo-yo is, and I don't want it to smack me in the face. Arm orbit demon speed. I can try my arm combo. Let me try that one more time. One moment. I keep messing that up. There's a way to do that where it doesn't twist, and I can't remember how to do it. Oh well, that's okay. Horizontal behind the back solo hum. No. Glad you're enjoying the tricks, y'all. Can I do an air orbit? Does that count? Does that count as an air orbit? Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate it. It comes with a lot of practice and a lot of dropping the yo-yo constantly. But it's fun, and I enjoy it a lot. Even though I drop my yo-yo constantly, it's still fun. I do know some stuff about Omega yo-yos. In fact, I have a Omega Raider around here somewhere. I don't remember. It might be downstairs, but I do have a Omega Raider. Keep grinding it. Yep. Still grinding, don't worry. Still trying to get better. That's the fun part about a hobby, though, is that you can always find ways to learn and to improve, right? Oh, that was so close. That was a trick I learned earlier today. Like earlier on the same stream. Yo, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Like that. Earlier today, there were some other yo-yo players that were in chat that were helping me learn that trick I just attempted. Let's see if I can actually land it. Oh, that was so close. It's got like that double on roll. Demon speed, Eiffel Tower, the limits must be tested. Fair enough. I'll give it a go in a little bit. I'm trying to get to the point where I can go live basically every day. I'm starting a new job on Monday, and so I kind of need to see what the schedule is going to be like for that, to see when I can go live, but I'm trying to find a way to do that. Oh, come on, yes, yes. Questionable rolls, but we made it through. It's clever how it's only a string and a piece of plastic. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Thanks for being here. Good night. Have a good one. You had a fireball and an X-spring. Nice. I used to have a fireball too. And then it shattered because I was brand new at yo-yoing. And I went outside and I did around the world. And my string broke. And it launched into the air super high, landed on concrete, and basically exploded. So, no more Omega Fireball for me. But I do still have my Raider somewhere. It's just not in my office right now. I really want to land that trick clean without like questionably tilted rolls afterwards. That's okay. Can I do air orbit with 2 yo-yos? So believe it or not, that actually is a trick that is to help you learn how to do solo hum leg orbits. That's like the trick you do to learn how to do double yo-yo leg orbits. I just haven't quite figured out the timing for it because it's like really, I don't know what the heck happened with this string either. What is going on? Because the thing is, you have to hop the yo-yos higher than you normally would in the rolls. And so it makes the timing and the rhythm weird. I do play some console games, not too often. But I do have a Switch, and I have a Nintendo 64 and a Wii. Oh my gosh. Just decided to start raining a ton outside. Come on. Yes. No. We almost had that. Goodness gracious. Welcome to flash flood season, apparently. It started to rain a ton. DNA, fair enough. Let me swap yo-yos to a DNA-able yo-yo. No. It was close. No. These strings keep getting like really old and crusty. A full body orbit into a DNA. Once I ever figure out Offstring DNA, we can try that. Dude, what is up with my yo-yo and doing the DNA today? We're gonna land a clean DNA, don't worry. Oh, that was it, and then I psyched myself out. I thought that it wasn't gonna DNA, so I pulled my arm away because I didn't think it went in the gap, but it did. And then I ruined it. Sad face. We got this, we got this. Alright, we'll take that. We'll take that as a DNA. Close enough. Can I do the DNA upside down? I'm doing the A and D. I still don't know how to do the A and D. Like, I know what the trick is, but I haven't figured out how to do an A and D. Because, like, basically the idea is that, like, you hold the yo-yo and then you do a DNA below it, right? So, like, I understand the general idea of what to do. It's just, like, implementing that. No. Do you know any slippy response pad? Do I have any slippy response pad ideas? No, I wish I did. Because I feel like that would be helpful to know, honestly. I feel like this yo-yo keeps getting responsive because of walking the dog so much. Come on. Dude. The onion, no. Fair enough. A reverse demon speed into an Eiffel Tower. I mean, I can do a speed combo and then end in an Eiffel Tower if that's what you're referring to. I could try it. Something like that. That's true. Why am I not using the Evolve? I literally just cleaned the bearing, like during the stream. I've been using the Evolve a ton lately. I just don't feel confident using it for DNAs. How's it going overtime? Welcome, welcome. Fun little gyro flop. Believe it or not, the gyroscopic flop is actually like really helpful for when you clean a yo-yo, because you need to lubricate the bearing, and this helps spread the lubricant throughout the whole bearing. It's all good. It was earlier on in the stream. How do I not get knots in the string? I do get knots in the string, just not as frequently as I used to. A lot of practice, really, like, because the more that you do it, the more you understand how, well, how knots get formed. And you also learn how to get out of knots quickly. So, like, for instance, if I dropped this formation into the middle of the yo-yo, it would cause a knot um, around the bearing. And if I hop out the wrong side of that triangle, it'll also cause a knot in the string. But, like, you know, with experience and understanding how those work, you can avoid both of those knots by just hopping out the correct side. Yo, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Glad you're enjoying the smooth tricks. Smooth tricks are kind of my favorite kinds of tricks. Dang, so close. Alright, I'm probably gonna head out here pretty soon. But do we have any final trick requests? Drop them in the chat if you do. I will take 3 final trick requests and then I'm gonna head out for dinner. Any trick requests? If not, I'm not too worried about it. Let's see here. I don't know why it keeps, like, my chat keeps getting messed up for some reason. Can you do the needle in the haystack? I don't know that one. I'm 26th in the world in Offstring. You like when it twists up? Yeah. 10 million out of 10. Oh, thank you. Under the leg next. I'll do under the leg regular and Brent stool. How about that? I cannot believe I actually ended that first try. 360 sword dancer. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have suggested. Oh gosh. Okay, so we got under the leg Brent stool, which is my closest attempt to under the leg neck stool. We got our classic DNA. We have room for one more trick request. What will the final one be? Any takers? 360 sword dancer is definitely outside of my skill set. And I don't know what the needle in the haystack trick is, actually. I've never heard of it. Well, I can look it up after stream. I just barely landed a DNA. All right, sure. We'll end with an around the world style combo. How about that? Around the world, but around me. Ow. We'll try that one more time. Yo-yo to the foot. something like that. We'll call that around the world. How about that? In any case, thank you all for being here. Appreciate the support. Thanks for hanging out on stream, and if you enjoyed the stream, please do leave a like and subscribe for future streams. I'm starting to try and stream every day, hopefully starting next week, at least every weekday. But we will see how well that goes with my new job. So we shall see. But in any case, glad y'all enjoyed. Thanks for hanging out on the stream, and I'll see you around. Happy Friday.